I ran a 2011 in local matches years ago. Smooth trigger, super accurate, sure, but they're heavy and picky about dirt. These days, we already have awesome pistols that match that trigger and beat the 2011 in weight, optics readiness, and real-world use. What's up, everyone? This is Scott from Line45, and today, I'm introducing the handguns that will make you rethink dropping $3,000 in 2011 ever again. Before anything else, let me do this quick plug. Hit the like and subscribe buttons, all the buttons that you can see below. Don't forget to leave a comment, too. I know it feels like a hassle, but those things help my channel a lot. Now let's get back to the good stuff. Sig Sauer P320 XFIVELEGION. I've always had a soft spot for metal-framed handguns. There's just something about the weight, the balance, the way it soaks up recoil like a sponge. When Sig Sauer dropped the P320 X5 Legion with that tungsten-infused grip frame, I was skeptical. A polymer gun that feels like a steel one? Sounded like a marketing disaster, until I got behind one. The first mag in, I knew they'd nailed something special. This thing shoots like it's on rails, but without the weight up top that usually slows down follow-up shots. That TXG grip module is the heart of it. Sig took polymer and packed it with tungsten to get the gun up to around 43.5 ounces unloaded, and man, that changes everything. You feel it settle into your hand, low bore axis, minimal flip. It really feels planted, like a full steel 2011 but without the finicky maintenance or tuning headaches. And when you pair that weight with a 5-inch match-grade carbon steel barrel and their skeletonized slide, what you get is a recoil impulse that's flatter than most striker-fired pistols I've ever run. Trigger-wise, Sig didn't mess around either. You get their Legion flat trigger, crisp with a clean 4.5-pound break and short, tactile reset. No mush, no grit. Just smooth presses every time. It's not a 2011 trigger, I'll admit, but it's close enough that I never felt like I was giving anything up during match day. And yeah, it's optics ready, so I dropped on a Delta Point Pro and never looked back. Now where it really starts to edge out the 2011 platform is its modularity. The P320's FCU system lets me swap slides, grip modules, and even calibers with almost zero effort. No custom gunsmithing, no break-in periods. Plus, you're getting 3 steel 17-round mags with weighted base plates, a removable magwell, and all the extras for around $1,000. Try building a reliable 2011 for that price. Good luck. I've run both hard, and unless you're going full custom and don't mind the price and upkeep, the Legion is the smarter, smoother, and frankly more shootable choice for most of us who live on the range but still have bills to pay. Langdon Tactical Beretta 92X I Squalo. The Langdon Tactical 92X I Squalo stands out for one simple reason. It delivers match-tier performance without needing tuning, break-in, or constant maintenance. It's built from the ground up to be reliable, shoot flat, and run fast. And unlike most 2011s that demand high-maintenance parts or finicky mags, the Squalo takes a different route. It's leaning on proven Beretta mechanics, enhanced by Langdon's track record of practical performance upgrades. The Squalo's built on the 92XY Vertec frame, but it doesn't feel like the standard M9 I grew up with in the military. This thing has got that straighter 1911-like grip angle, so it points fast and comes back on target with zero thought. The aluminum alloy frame and lightened Brigadier slide bring the weight to around 33.3 ounces unloaded, and its balance is damn near perfect. It tracks flat, cycles fast, and doesn't feel slide-heavy like some 2011s with compensators or big dots on top. The trigger is where I realized Langdon wasn't playing around. It's a single-action-only, flat-faced beauty, tuned to break clean at about 3.5 to 4 pounds. Reset is snappy. It's shorter than some of the out-of-the-box 2011s I've tried, and you don't have to do a thing to it. No polishing, no hammer-sear voodoo. And yeah, it's optic-ready. The slide's already cut and comes with an RDO plate blacked out, ready for an RMR or Holosun. I mounted a 507C on mine and had it zeroed in 5 rounds. You also get Hogue G10 grips, a Langdon steel trigger bar, and an over-travel stop out of the gate. That's all standard. Most 2011 at this price will require you to replace parts before your first match. The Squalo runs Beretta 18+1 or 20-round mags, and they're cheap, reliable, and built to feed. No mag tuning is required. At $1,300 MSRP, this thing is certainly punching way above its class. It doesn't just compete with 2011s, it outperforms most of them in the ways that actually matter to people who shoot hard and often. The Squalo doesn't care what ammo you feed it or how fast you run it. It just works. Every damn time. Wesson DWX. I've shot just about every platform that claims to be the next best thing to a 2011. Polymer Wonders, striker-fired race builds, you name it. But the Wesson DWX is an exception to that crowd. I didn't even expect to like it when it was first released. Honestly, I thought it was going to be another gimmicky mashup. But after a full weekend running it through drills, fast strings, reload transitions, controlled pairs, it's clear this thing was purpose-built with shooters in mind. Not just built to look cool on paper. The first thing that jumped out was how flat it shot. That's coming from its CZ-style internal slide rail design, which means that the slide rides inside the frame, not over it like a 1911 or 2011. It puts the recoil impulse straight back into your arm. Combine that with the full steel frame and a 4.95-inch match-grade barrel, and it's just a smooth, dead-level shooter. It's heavier than a polymer pistol, sure, but that weight pays off when the timer is running and you're trying to keep everything on A-zone. The grip angle is classic CZ, which I've always liked better than the 1911s. It points naturally, and with the aluminum panels, it locks in without chewing your hand up. And instead of sticking you with finicky mags like most 2011s, the DWX runs CZP-09 magazines. And who wouldn't like them? They're cheaper, easy to find, and reliable right out of the bag. I ran the same 3 mags. They suffer no malfunctions and fiddling. They just run clean and fast. The 1911-style flat-face trigger is as crisp as you'd expect from Wesson. It breaks clean with just a hint of take-up and resets fast. And here's the thing. This pistol requires no fitting, break-in, or extractor tuning. It ran at 100% out of the box, and I didn't have to baby it with premium ammo either. For around $2,100 to $2,200, this gun gives you race gun accuracy, real-world reliability, and zero fuss. By all means, it's not trying to copy the 2011, but rather offers itself as an irresistible alternative. And if you ask me, it might just outclass some 2011s out there. Walther PDP Steel Frame. Have you ever picked up a gun and instantly felt like it's been through the same battles you have? That's exactly what hit me the first time I ran a couple of mags through the Walther PDP Steel Frame. I've spent years behind tuned 2011s, some of them hand-fit, some built from the ground up, and while they're sweet to shoot, they come with baggage, high maintenance, high cost, and sometimes, let's be honest, high fragility. But the PDP Match Steel? That thing came out of the case ready to run hard, and it didn't need a single adjustment. The steel frame on this pistol isn't just there for looks or nostalgia, it's functional weight. It gives the gun a planted feel that eats recoil like a competition rig, but it's balanced enough that transitions between targets feel natural and fast. It's not front-heavy or sluggish, like a lot of steel frame throwbacks. The grip texture, which is Walther's performance duty texture, grabs your hand just right. It's aggressive when you're under recoil, but it won't tear up your skin after a long session. The undercut trigger guard and beaver tail let you get high on the gun, and that makes a huge difference in how fast you can get back on target. Now, that dynamic performance trigger, man, it's the real deal. It's striker fired, but don't let that fool you. The break is crisp, with zero grit, and the reset is short enough that you feel like you're double tapping with a tuned single action. Out of the box, it breaks right around 3.8 to 4.2 pounds, and it's consistent. Obviously, no tuning is needed. You've got a 5-inch barrel, Tenifer-coated, topped by a slide that's optics-ready with Walther's modular plate system. I ran a Holosun 507C on mine, and didn't have to mess with suppressor height sights. The adjustable irons were basically perfect. Add in full ambidextrous controls, an extended flared magwell, and front and rear serrations you can actually use with gloves. And this thing's not just a range toy. It's a match and duty-ready machine. For the price of around $1,899, you're not buying a budget 2011. You're buying something smarter and harder running, built with real-world use in mind. I trust it more than most hand-fit pistols I've owned. CZ Shadow Target 2. The first time I took the CZ Shadow 2 target to the range, I already expected it to be great. But 10 rounds in, I stopped mid-string, looked at the timer, and just muttered, well, damn. I've shot my share of 2011s, and while they're undeniably slick, they come with a price tag and a maintenance curve that not everyone wants to deal with. The Shadow 2 target gives you that level of performance, but with none of the temperamental quirks or boutique gunsmithing. This thing is purely performance-driven, And CZ built it with real shooters in mind. It has a full steel frame, and yeah, it's hefty, about 45 ounces unloaded, but that weight is a blessing when the clock's ticking. The recoil stays flat, the irons barely move, and transitions between targets are buttery smooth. The checkering is deep and aggressive. The G10 grips are cut to give you maximum control under sweat or gloves, and the undercut trigger guard lets you choke up and drive the gun hard without fighting muzzle rise. But where this pistol truly outshines most 2011s is in the trigger system. It's a factory-tuned, single-action-only, flat-faced unit with an adjustable shoe that gives you 5 positions to find your perfect break. The pull weight can be tuned down to around 1.3 pounds, but even stock, it's clean, short, and insanely fast on reset. No creep, no grit, no tuning needed. I've seen guys drop $4,000 in 2011 just to chase this kind of feel, and it's built right into the Shadow. The cold hammer-forged barrel, available in 5-inch or 6-inch, is hand-fitted and backed by the low slide-in frame design that gives CZ pistols their legendary recoil control. Add in LPA adjustable rear sights, interchangeable fiber optic fronts, and 17+1 capacity, and you're getting a competition-ready machine that feels more refined than any 1911 I've had to babysit between stages. Bottom line here is that the CZ Shadow 2 target doesn't want to be a 2011. Unintentionally, I think it wants to beat it. And in my hands, it absolutely does.